We are marking National Police Week by learning about the ways that local law enforcement is involved in the communities they serve.
And joining us this morning from Meridian Police is the chief. So we're very lucky to have him, Tracy Bastarachea. So welcome, Chief. Thank you for being here with us today. Let's start out with what Meridian PD is all about in terms of community outreach, because that's really what we're focusing on this week. What do you feel is the most important part of that aspect of the job?
Well, I think for us, we really talk about our culture of our agency and how we treat one another internally and how that translates to how we police. So serving one another within the four walls translates into our officers serving the community. And that's our main message every time we have a department meeting or department communications is really, we don't build things, we don't have anything else to provide but our service. So let's make sure we do it the Meridian way, which means going above and beyond and making sure that every contact we have with the public is as positive as it can be.
Nice.
Fantastic. And as we talked about earlier in the show, the city continues to grow, the department continues to grow. How important is it to instill that culture in sort of all the new officers you have, and also outreaching to those new members, those new residents of Meridian?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge because we also get a lot of lateral officers from other areas.
Yes, you do.
And, you know, where they came from, there's a reason they left.
Right.
I mean, there is. But some of that has to do with how they were brought up in policing as well. And so we run all of our lateral officers through an academy so that we know that they are the right fit for our community. Because we realize that if we hire the wrong officer and bring them on, it could ruin your whole relationship. One incident could ruin that relationship with your community. And so we really work hard to put that money in our community bank, so to speak, so that when we do have critical incidents, if there's a shooting or something like that, that we've had those interactions and they know that our officers are well trained, that they're doing things for the right reasons. And so our community normally rallies around us. When other things are going sideways across the country and we're getting painted with that same broad brush, the Meridian community seems to really rally around our officers, and our officers love it. And those officers that come from other areas bring that up a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
They are so surprised at how positive the community is towards the police department. They're not used to that, and they really enjoy that.
They're so supported here,
So
which is a really great place to be. So you have 140 officers.
143, yep.
143, which a lot of people may not know. I mean, that's a lot of officers. Meridian is really growing. How do you get those officers involved in community events? Because there's so much policing to do, but then Meridian does offer, just this week alone with the Unplug and Outside, there's so many fun things happening where I'm sure officers want to show up and make an appearance. Yeah,
and that's one of the main things that we talk about. We make an effort. We really make that effort to make those community events. You know, whether it's having to pay a little bit of overtime to get somebody there or just making sure the patrol team picks up some of the weight so some of the other officers can go there. They understand the importance of that, so it becomes a priority for us. And it doesn't matter whether it's, you know, just stopping by baseball games or PAL events.
Yes.
The officers know how important that is, just to stop by and make those contacts and see those kids. And so we do make a huge effort of that. We have a police academy, mini academy for juveniles.
I saw
in the summer, for a week in the summer. We also run our public safety academy, and that'll be wrapping up pretty soon. So we really look for those events to go out there and just make those contacts with the public.
Yeah.
Do you have some events planned for this week or even the summer that folks should know about?
Yeah, so we'll be involved in all of the events during Police Week. We'll have officers at the Candlelight Vigil. We will be at the memorial. It's really important for us to support those families whose loved one has given the ultimate sacrifice for this profession. So we'll be involved in all of those. And then this summer, we're involved in everything. You know, we have officers that are at movie night at the park.
Oh,
you
yes,
know?
that's so
We have a lot of
fun.
officers that are there and interacting and making sure things are going off without a hitch there. We have, again, the Youth Police Academy or Safety Academy for a week this summer. Just all summer long, there'll be, if there's an event at one of the parks, you're probably going to see some officers there or some employees from the department there.
Well, we appreciate you coming in.
Chief Tracy Bastarachea, really appreciate it.
Absolutely,
Chief, thank you
my
so
pleasure.
much.
Thank
We got
you.
more Wake Up Idaho after this.